Sagittarius, this Sunday, the 16th, is not an ordinary day. It is the final signal the universe is trying to send you, the last warning before your destiny shifts. And the most dangerous part is this: 90% of Sagittarius are not ready. You don't know exactly what's coming. You only feel a quiet vibration in your chest, but you can't explain it. Today, I'm going to tell you what that truth is, why this energy chose Sagittarius specifically, and how you can turn this warning into a miracle that saves your life. And if you want to activate your real destiny, leave a comment. I am ready to receive the path written for me. Your comment is not just a sentence. It's a signal sent upward, telling the universe you're ready for a new chapter. And if this already touches your heart, just a little, leave a like and share this message so more awakening souls can find their way home. Because, Sagittarius, what's coming on the 16th isn't just an event, it's a destiny check created only for you. And in a few seconds, I'll reveal the first sign you need to watch for. Sagittarius, my dear, before we go deeper into the 16th, take one slow breath. Because this part isn't only about astrology, it's about you. About the energy working quietly beneath your decisions, your hidden emotions, and the truths you're standing very close to, but haven't fully faced. Let me say this with complete sincerity. The 16th is not simple. It's a marker, a turning point, a direct push from the universe meant only for Sagittarius. And to truly understand it, we have to begin with the sky itself. In Western astrology, whenever the sun forms a hard angle with Neptune, the sky splits into two layers of energy. One layer is light, clarity, truth, and everything that is revealed. The other is fog, illusions, misunderstandings, and the subtle deception that hides inside people's words. On the 16th, these two forces collide, and the one standing right in the middle is you, Sagittarius. Neptune rules imagination, the beautiful, fragile things. Neptune wants you to believe in the good, believe in people, believe in promises, believe in feelings. And honestly, that is the most precious thing about Sagittarius. You trust before you doubt. But the sun is different. The sun forces light into the dark corners. And you know, truth itself will never hurt you as much as closing your eyes to avoid it. It's not the truth that breaks you. It's realizing you once believed something that wasn't true. The Sun-Neptune tension on the 16th is the moment when all fog must clear. The vague becomes obvious. The confusing becomes undeniable. Hidden intentions that you brushed aside will stand right in front of you. This isn't a bad omen. This is purification. A mature Sagittarius does not fear the truth. You only fear how long you tried to ignore it. And if your heart stings a little as you hear this, you're not the only one. Write something soft in the comments. I am ready to see the truth. That is your first doorway. If the Sun and Neptune are pulling you toward honesty, Jupiter, your ruling planet, is preparing to open a major door. In American astrology, Jupiter is the great benefic, the planet of luck, expansion, opportunity, and spiritual breakthrough. But here's what most people don't know. Jupiter doesn't open doors for the unprepared. Jupiter doesn't give miracles that let you repeat old mistakes. Jupiter gives blessings only after you've walked through your own shadow. On the 16th, Jupiter activates what mystics call the threshold of truth. You will notice three things: a door opening, one you either waited too long for or thought was gone forever; a person, or you, situation returning not to bind you, but to test you; a choice appearing, one that demands full awareness. Sagittarius is the sign of vision. You see farther than most, but sometimes you see so far ahead that you forget to check the step right under your feet. The 16th is the day you must look both ways. If you feel you're standing before a major decision, something you've delayed for months, something that makes your heart both excited and uneasy, comment, "I can feel the shift already." Not for me, but so your own soul can acknowledge the signal. One of the most important energies on the 16th comes from Chiron, the asteroid of old wounds, memories, and the pain you buried where no one could see it. When Chiron activates, things you thought you were done with return like a soft, distant echo. But it feels real, very real. Chiron isn't here to hurt you. Chiron is here to ask, do you want to keep living from your wound or from your wisdom? And here is the deepest personal truth I want to share. Not everyone who hurt you was cruel. They simply couldn't give you what you deserved. And you, Sagittarius, deserve more than you think. Chiron reminds you of one thing: freedom doesn't come from leaving someone. Freedom comes from leaving the fear inside yourself. And if your chest feels warm right now, or if your throat tightens just a little, that's the energy touching you. Write softly, "I am healing," just enough for your heart to hear it. To understand the 16th, you must understand yourself. Sagittarius is not an ordinary sign. You are the sign of freedom, ideals, truth-seeking, expansion, the courage of the traveler. You are the warrior, the teacher, the wanderer, whose fire never truly goes out. You live by intuition, by the spark inside your chest, by the belief that life always has something greater to offer. But because you believe so strongly in the good, you tend to miss warnings. You trust too quickly. You forgive too easily. You overlook your own limits. And sometimes, you keep walking even when your feet are bleeding. That is why the 16th appears not as punishment, but as a reminder. Don't keep moving just because you're used to it. Move only when you know the path is right. The universe didn't choose Sagittarius because you're perfect. It chose you because you're brave. I want to say this in the voice of someone who has watched too many Sagittarius souls fall, simply because they never gave themselves a chance to pause. You're strong, but no one asked you to be strong every single day. There are truths that once you dare to look at them can heal half your life. There are boundaries that once you finally set them down can open an entirely new future. And there are moments when you whisper, "No, I can't keep going like this. And that moment becomes the turning point that leads you back to your true destiny. The universe never warns you to scare you. The universe warns you because you're getting very, very close to something better. Sagittarius, you are strong. But even the strongest soul must look directly at the wall they're about to hit. That's not weakness, that's wisdom. A heart that knows when to be afraid is a heart that will live long enough to love the right people. A soul that knows when to stop is a soul that will fly farther than anyone else. And if these words make your chest tighten just a little, if you feel that soft ache under your ribs, write this in the comments. I deserve a better path. Not for anyone else, for yourself. If you feel this part touched something deep inside you, leave a like or share the video. Not to please me, but to activate the flow of energy as if you're lighting a lantern for other Sagittarius souls still walking through the dark. And remember, everything I've said so far is only the surface. In the next part, I'll reveal the real warning of the 16th, the part most Sagittarius never see coming, yet it affects your destiny directly. Sagittarius, my dear, let your shoulders drop for a moment. Relax your hands and open your heart just a little enough for the truth to step in gently without scaring you. Because this is not meant to warn you in a negative way. This is a reminder filled with love. The universe never throws warnings into your life to confuse you. The universe sends warnings to prepare you. And the 16th is the moment of preparation. The energy of the 16th doesn't arrive like thunder. It comes like a breeze. Soft, but enough to send a chill down your spine. In all my years doing astrology, I've noticed something. Before any major event happens, the universe always sends small signs just big enough for sensitive hearts to notice. And for Sagittarius, 3 signs tend to show up before the 16th. This doesn't always arrive as a clear message. Sometimes it's their name showing up out of nowhere, a memory surfacing without reason, a strange feeling that someone is thinking about me, or a vague sense of something shifting. Sagittarius, this is not a return to hurt you again. This is a return to measure how much your heart has grown. Some souls come back only so you can finally understand. Their path is no longer the path you're meant to walk on. And you, with your big heart and your generous faith, are always the one most willing to open a second door. But the 16th asks you a very deep question. Are you opening the door because you love, or because you fear being alone? Only you can answer that. Neptune creates fog, and you may be offered something that looks beautiful. A promise, a project, a financial opportunity, a tempting change, something that sounds perfectly timed. But behind that shining surface, there is something you must look at carefully. Some doors look beautiful, but aren't meant for you. Some opportunities are big, but Jupiter knows you're not clear enough yet to receive them safely. On the 16th, you'll be placed in front of at least one choice like this, not to test you, but to protect you from the impulsive decisions Sagittarius often makes when the heart trusts too quickly. If these past few days you've felt your heartbeat speed up when thinking of someone, Your mind replay an unresolved situation or a persistent sense that something is coming. Trust that instinct. Sagittarius intuition is incredibly sharp. You just tend to ignore it because you're afraid of overthinking. No, you're not overthinking. You're hearing something other people can't hear because they're not quiet enough inside. The 16th will make your intuition louder, clearer, realer. If you feel something vague, yet persistent, right, I can feel it already. Not for anyone else, but to acknowledge that your heart is awakening. Sagittarius, the warning is not about what you might lose. The warning is about what you will choose. The Sun-Neptune tension, combined with Chiron and Jupiter's opening, creates a very unique energy. You cannot stand in the middle anymore. You must choose. Not between good and bad, but between continuing blindly or stopping long enough to see clearly. The 16th is like a flashlight shining straight onto the things you've been avoiding. Not to frighten you, but so you don't take one more step in the wrong direction. If you feel you're moving too quickly in anything, love, money, a move, a job decision, going back to someone, slow down. Just a little. Not stopping. Just looking deeper. Because that tiny pause could save you from repeating an old lesson. And I know you've had enough lessons. Sagittarius is the soul of freedom. You were born to move, explore, expand. No one can cage your feet. No one can stop your heart from dreaming. But the 16th teaches a lesson only mature souls understand. Freedom is not doing whatever you want. Freedom is taking responsibility for where you're going. Sagittarius often picks the most beautiful path. But the most beautiful path isn't always the right one. The truth is, you've grown far more than you realize, and the 16th arrives to help you see that. There are boundaries you let people cross, simply because you loved them too much. There are lines you never drew, because you were afraid they'd be hurt. There are red flags you ignored, because you believed it will get better. But the truth is this: things only get better when you get better. And you only get better when you truly see and protect yourself. Sagittarius, here is a truth I want you to hear with your heart, not your mind. Truth never comes to break you. Truth comes to pull you out of places you no longer belong. You're not losing anything. You're being returned to yourself. Maybe you're tired of being strong. Maybe you're exhausted from believing in people who never knew how to keep their promises. Maybe you've stood in the dark for so long. You've forgotten what it feels like to have light touch your skin. But let me say this, as gently as I can. The 16th is the day the light comes for you. Not to expose anyone else, but to illuminate you, to show you how far you've come, to show you that you are no longer the person you were a year ago, a month ago, or even a week ago. You have changed. You have grown. You've become deeper, wiser, more awake, more aware of yourself. And because of that, you deserve a higher path. If you're feeling like something is about to shift, write this: I can feel it already. That's how you send a signal to the universe that you're awake and ready. If these words make you feel lighter, softer, comforted even for a moment, leave a like to activate your own healing energy. A small action, but a powerful message. I choose the light. In the next part, I'll tell you about the great transition Sagittarius is moving through, why, after the 16th, everything that's been hidden will begin to reveal itself, and why only the Sagittarius who are Country Sag ready will receive this blessing. Keep your heart open. That's where you'll understand why the universe is calling your name. Sagittarius, my dear. There are phases in life we don't recognize as turning points until we've already crossed to the other side. Moments that seem ordinary, yet become the defining markers of your entire spiritual journey. The 16th is one of those moments. No noise, no chaos, no storm, just a quiet shift, subtle, but strong enough to change the direction of your life. And to understand this transition, we have to begin with your soul. There is something very few people know. In spiritual astrology, Sagittarius is not just the explorer, not just the student, not just the wanderer. Sagittarius is the path opener. You are the only sign that carries the archetype of the one who walks between two worlds. One part human, one part divine. One foot on the stay, ground. One heart in the heavens. A soul that refuses to live an ordinary life. Sagittarius holds the energy of number 9, the number of completion, release, endings, and the doorway to rebirth. When the energy of 9 activates, you stop living like someone who is searching and begin living like someone who is found. Your responsibility, then, is to guide those still trapped behind you. A major spiritual transition always arrives for Sagittarius when you've completed a powerful emotional lesson. You've left someone who no longer belongs in your story, or you're ready to step onto a higher path. The 16th activates that doorway. Not everyone is called, and not everyone hears the call. But you feel it. You know it, not with logic, but with the deep intuition of a soul who has walked through too many nights alone. When Sagittarius enters a transition phase, the universe does something important. It rearranges your first entire energetic field. This means it's not about people being punished. It's about you finally seeing clearly so you won't be pulled back into the old path. This may show up as someone who lied to you, someone who used your kindness, someone who kept taking without giving, someone who made you feel emotionally unsafe, even if you couldn't explain why. On the 16th, the masks fall. No drama, no confrontation, just truth appearing quietly. There are moments when you think you're losing someone, but in reality, you're losing an illusion. And that is the greatest blessing of all. Sagittarius has a habit of enduring far too long to keep the peace, to avoid hurting others, to hold on to hope. You stay in jobs that no longer fit. You keep relationships that have faded. You stay connected to people whose hearts were never aligned with yours. Not because you're naive, but because you hope. You believe things will eventually change. But in a transition phase, the universe does this for you. What is not yours falls away. Without effort, without struggle, It simply dissolves. This is how the universe protects you from repeating old lessons. Chiron, the wounded healer, has already been activated. What you once tried so hard to push through may return, but this time, not to break you, to lift you. You may feel a sadness without a clear reason, anger that was buried long ago, or a tightness in your chest when you think of someone. These are not setbacks. These are signs of healing. Sometimes, the tears you can't explain are exactly the waters that clean away the last pages of an old chapter. There is something only wounded Sagittarius souls understand. You've always been the one who makes people laugh, but no one asks how many times you had to laugh to hide your exhausted heart. People say Sagittarius is carefree, optimistic, strong, but they don't know, to be that strong, you had to sacrifice so many tender parts of yourself. You're always the one who softens other people's pain, encourages them, comforts them, brings the light, carries the room. But inside, there are days you don't even know where to rest your own heart. And I want to tell you this, with complete sincerity. There is nothing wrong with being tired. The only wrong thing is pretending you don't need to be loved the right way. What you need now is not more effort. What you need is a pause, a breath, an embrace. A moment of acknowledgement that you deserve gentleness too. And the 16th brings that to you, not through a person, but through a truth. You have grown too much to fit back into the small version of yourself. Let me say this softly. You are no longer your old self. You've grown far beyond the pain that once brought you to your knees. You are no longer the one who holds on, no longer the one who sacrifices endlessly, no longer the one who believes empty promises. You're becoming the person who chooses what is best for you and who knows the right moment to walk away. The 16th is the sign, the universe's nod, the doorway opening to the light. If this is touching your heart, leave a small comment. I am ready for my new chapter. That's how you tell the universe you've already stepped into your new frequency. And here's the most important part. When a Sagittarius enters a transition phase, a final test always appears a person, an invitation, or a decision that carries the weight of destiny. In the next part, I'll explain the one thing most Sagittarius never see coming until it's already too late. Sagittarius, my dear, I want you to prepare your heart, gently. This part is not meant to scare you. It's here so you can finally see what your heart has been sensing for a long time, but you never dared to name. The 16th is like a slow, steady light shining into a dark room. Light doesn't hurt you. It simply shows you what has always been there, what you just haven't looked at closely. And your greatest challenge on this day is not confrontation, it's clarity. It's looking straight at what's real. On the 16th, masks will fall from a few souls around you, not because they're evil, but because the universe wants you to know who's really standing beside you. You will clearly see 3 types of people. The first one is someone who always shows up with a gentle smile, soft words, and perfectly timed concern. Yet your heart has always sensed something off. a tiny misalignment you couldn't explain. Just a quiet whisper of, "This doesn't feel right." On the 16th, the truth will land softly but deeply. Their intentions do not match their words. It's not a dramatic betrayal. It's not a major offense. It's just, they are not honest with you. And sometimes, a lack of honesty hurts more than betrayal. Sagittarius is the most generous soul of the zodiac. You give so quickly, so freely, but even you can't keep track of how much energy you're losing. Some people have become comfortable with your patience, your softness, your compassion. They take your energy without realizing how precious it is. They receive far more than they return. The 16th will make that clear. Not through harsh words, but through small, undeniable actions. You'll look at them and think, "Oh, so that's what it really was." No anger, no bitterness, just the quiet realization that you've grown too far to continue being used. The third person may be someone from your past, a former love, a friend you trusted, or someone you tried very hard to walk away from. They return not because of love, not because they truly miss you, but because they can feel your light growing stronger and they want to warm themselves in it. This return is a test, nothing more. You don't need to hate them. You don't need to shut the door violently. Just ask yourself, does their presence give me energy or take it from me? The 16th will give you the clearest answer. A decision related to work or finances may appear around the 16th. At first glance, it looks perfect, bright, golden, safe. But that brightness may be a Neptune illusion, a test of your awareness. These are the common forms it takes. A contract that seems solid, but has vague terms. A collaboration offer that feels exciting, but lacks transparency. An investment that looks low risk, but has no way, clarity. A spending decision made from emotion, not truth. Someone asking for money right when you're vulnerable. The universe is not trying to make you lose anything. It is trying to help you recognize your limits and the true power of your intuition. This is not a lesson about money. It's a lesson about self-worth. Sagittarius intuition is naturally strong, but on the 16th, your intuition becomes razor sharp. Sharp enough to sense someone's real energy from one sentence, one look, or one message. You will instantly feel who is genuine, who is hiding something, who is avoiding you, who wants to protect you, and who is trying to pull you back into an old path. You'll see clearly what others try to hide. They may not even speak, and you'll already know. This isn't to make you judgmental. It's to keep you awake. Because a fully awakened Sagittarius cannot be defeated. You might feel a little sad when the truth comes, but you won't break. You won't collapse. You won't crumble, because your heart has grown stronger than you realize. The 16th doesn't arrive to take anything from you. It arrives to place something new in your hands, something truer, brighter, and aligned with your soul. And sometimes to receive that, you must allow the truth to reveal itself, gently, quietly, without bitterness. Just a simple, "Oh, I waited too long to see this." If you have ever felt that someone wasn't being real with you, leave a comment. "I've seen the signs already." That is how you confirm to yourself you're no longer ignoring your intuition. And the most beautiful thing is this: after the truth is revealed, a doorway of opportunity opens. Not an ordinary chance, but one crafted specifically for Sagittarius. One that appears only when you finally stand in the true position of your soul. In the next part, I'll talk about the blessing hidden behind the challenge of the 16th and why it has the power to change the entire direction of your life. If the previous parts were about the things that could discourage you, this part is where your heart softens, where your eyes begin to see the light again. Because every warning from the universe, no matter how sharp, always carries a gift wrapped so carefully, only souls mature enough can open it. And you, Sagittarius, you are standing right in front of that gift. Neptune is the planet of illusions, daydreams, and beautiful distractions. But when Neptune pulls its fog away, truth doesn't arrive like a storm. Truth arrives like the first light of dawn, quiet, gentle, but impossible to ignore. The 16th is that moment, a thin line between what you think you want and what your soul truly needs. And when that light cuts through the dark, you'll finally see what you've been missing all along. A new path. A path where your heart feels right, your soul feels light, your intuition feels safe, and your future feels wide open. Not the old road dressed up to look new. Not an old opportunity returning in disguise, but a completely new direction. For some Sagittarius, this will be a new career, a journey with deeper meaning. For others, it will be new love, safer, kinder, more emotionally mature. And for many of you, it will be a life purpose you once sensed but never fully touched. All of this appears only after the truth comes out, not to punish you, but to free you from the old walls that have kept your soul small for far too long. There is a powerful reason many Sagittarius don't know. You are not just a zodiac sign. You are the archetype of the messenger of truth. You didn't come here to repeat old cycles. You came here to open new roads for yourself and for others. In the archetype system, most signs carry one mission. Sagittarius carries two: wisdom, spiritual light. No other sign holds this combination. Sagittarius has a rare ability to turn pain into wisdom, to turn heartbreak into awakening, to turn broken memories into lessons that lift others up. Not everyone can do that, but you can. Because Sagittarius hearts don't harden from pain. Pain only makes you deeper, more real, and more luminous. Opportunity chooses you, Sagittarius, because you don't use truth to punish. You use truth to guide. Opportunity chooses you because you don't run from challenges. You use challenges to understand life. Opportunity chooses you because you are not selfish with your light. You share it with everyone around you. And the universe always favors the souls who willingly share their light. There is a gentle but profound lesson the 16th wants you to remember. You cannot save everyone, but you can save yourself. And when you save yourself, Your light will naturally save those who are meant to be saved. This is a lesson many Sagittarius take years to learn. Your heart is so big that you want to carry the world, heal everyone, bring light to those who sit in the dark, stand beside people who never stood beside you. But the truth is, you only have one energy, one heart, one lifetime. You cannot pour water into others when your own cup is empty. The 16th teaches you the sacred boundary: save yourself first, not out of selfishness, but because it is the only way you can keep being the light you were born to be. Sagittarius, let me say this softly, like a warm hand resting on your shoulder. Not everyone who leaves is a loss. Some things fall from your hands, so your hands can finally be free to receive a softly send miracle. Sometimes you must lose what you thought was everything to receive what was truly meant for you. Sometimes a relationship closes so your heart can open for a soul who is worthy. Sometimes a door shuts so you can look toward a direction you never dared to face. Sometimes the unmasking of a person is the greatest liberation the universe has ever sent you. And sometimes the moment you whisper, "Enough," is the moment you finally step into your destiny. If this part made you feel lighter, brighter, or more at peace, comment, "I open my hands to receive the new miracle." That is how you signal to the universe that you are ready for your next chapter. In the next part, I'll show you how to prepare your energy for the 16th, the small rituals, the gentle affirmations, and the intuitive practices that help you recognize the opportunity that's coming. This is the most important part, the part that helps you step fully into your next chapter. Sagittarius, my dear, if you've made it this far, it means your heart is open enough to cross one of the most important thresholds of this month. The 16th is not just a date on the calendar. It is a current of transition, a place where truth, intuition, and destiny finally meet. And to receive it fully, you don't need complicated rituals. You don't need candles, oils, or long incantations. You only need your presence. Let me guide you step by step, gently, like a hand on your shoulder whispering, "You are not alone." Find a quiet place. It doesn't need to be perfect, just quiet enough for you to hear your own breath. Sit down. Place both feet on the ground. Release your shoulders. Soften your chest. Begin with one deep breath. Inhale softly. Hold and exhale slowly, as if you are releasing an entire old chapter. Every breath is a journey back to yourself. No one needs you to be strong right now. No one needs you to figure anything out. You just need to breathe. Now, as your breath settles, imagine a golden light descending the light of Jupiter, your ruling planet. It surrounds you. It holds you, soft as a touch, strong as an awakening. Let yourself feel expansion, freedom, safety, guidance drawing near. This is your intuition coming back to life, growing stronger with every inhale. No effort needed, no performance, just listening. For a few moments, let this light cleanse the worry you've been carrying, the doubt you've been hiding, and the tired thoughts you've told no one about. You deserve to be light. You deserve to be at peace. And when your chest begins to feel a little warmer, that is the sign that your intuition is opening. When the light finally touches you, take a piece of paper or simply your phone. Write down one single sentence. Just one, but powerful enough to shift the direction of your entire day. Today, I choose truth, not fear. This isn't just a sentence, it's an agreement, a choice, a quiet contract between you and the universe that says, you choose to see, you choose to grow, you choose to walk the better path. You don't need to be perfect to write this. You only need to be honest. And that honesty is what opens the door to your real destiny. In the ritual of the 16th, letting go is not about the form, it's about the frequency. You only need to acknowledge these 3 things gently and truthfully. A habit. Maybe it's staying up too late, procrastinating, reacting emotionally, or clinging to something you know isn't serving you anymore. Just whisper, I release this. No need for planning, no pressure, just a soft choice to walk away. A person, not with anger, not with resentment, but with the realization that love can be beautiful, but not everything beautiful belongs to you. If someone has stayed in your heart long after they've left your life, place your hand over your chest and say, I return them to their rightful place in their own story. You will feel your heart go empty, then lighter, then wider. A belief, something like, I'm not good enough. I'm afraid to fail. I don't deserve more. I must be strong all the time. Say this slowly. This belief is no longer mine. And let it go, like a leaf drifting onto still water. You don't need to force yourself to forget. You only need to release your grip. Letting go doesn't make you lose anything. Letting go simply makes you light enough to receive what is truly yours. When the ritual is complete, you will feel a strange kind of peace. Not the peace of silence, but the peace of clarity. That is the sign you are ready to step into the next energetic layer. And if this truly resonates with you, write in the comments, I step into my destiny. This is a declaration sent straight to the universe, a powerful signal, an affirmation that you are awake, you choose the light, and you are ready to receive the reward earned by a Sagittarius who has passed their initiation. My dear Sagittarius, this ritual is not to turn you into someone else. It is to bring you back to yourself, your strongest, brightest, most honest self. The 16th does not come to test you. It comes to give you something you've been waiting for. A new chapter, a new path, a new truth, a new freedom. Don't be afraid of the light, because you are the light. If this ritual has opened your energy, the next part will help you maintain that higher frequency and call in everything truly meant for you during the rest of this month. My beautiful Sagittarius, if you've made it this far, take a moment and feel your heart, just for a second, a little warmer, a little lighter, a little brighter than when you first began. And that is the very first sign that the 16th is not here to scare you, but to prepare you for a brand new chapter. This day is not the storm. This day is the sunrise, the moment light slips between the old and the new. And you, Sagittarius, you are not the victim of fate. You are the one being awakened, called, chosen to step onto a higher, clearer, more deserving path. Everything you've gone through was not meaningless. Everything you've lost was only creating space for something better. And every warning you received was simply the universe reminding you to keep your hands open for the gift that is coming. Remember this: you have never been abandoned. The universe has been standing right behind you the whole time. If what I shared made your heart shine even just a little, then leave a like or share this video with someone who needs the same light. Not for me, but to spread the energy you just touched, an energy that might change someone's day or even their life. Light becomes powerful only when it is shared. And now, prepare yourself, because your journey does not end here. Because after the 16th, a doorway Sagittarius has waited years for finally begins to open. Not an ordinary doorway, not an easy opportunity, but the doorway of destiny, the one that appears only when your heart is bright enough and your soul is awake. In the next video, I'll talk about the exact moment when your heart ticking, the miracle activates, why it only appears for Sagittarius who have passed this cleansing phase, and what will change in your life once that door begins to open. Keep your heart soft. Keep your intuition open. Keep your faith luminous. I'll meet you in the next chapter where destiny is no longer something you wait for, but something already walking toward you.